And I remember telling her when I was in college, I was like, Mom, like, these girls are calling their parents and telling them, oh, I need money for food. And they're paying me to do their
For
nails.
nails.
It's Adrian Nyce, that's what a Y, not an I. Interviewing your favorite guest while I'm trying to stay fly.
What's good, everybody? It is your favorite host, Adrian Nyce. We back with another interview. Today I have another beautiful, lovely guest. Who am I here with today?
I'm Ryan, aka the Nail Doctor.
Okay, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. We have a different backdrop today. I did pink just because you in here,
Okay.
type shit.
My
Switch it up.
favorite color is red.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
My favorite color.
Really?
Yes, I should have
Okay.
did red. God.
That's okay. It's okay. You didn't know.
All right, so what? Very quickly, let's break down who you are and what you do.
Okay. Well, as I said, I'm Ryan. I go by either Ryan or the Nail Doctor, but I own a nail salon here in Charlotte, North Carolina, that I opened 5 years ago. So that's all I do, and that's all I've ever done. Yeah.
The Nail Doctor.
The Nail Doctor. The Nail Doctor.
What does that mean? Are we fixing nails? Are we?
We're just, we're providing an intense level of care. So it kind of started off as like a joke. When I had my first job in a salon, the owner gave me all like the throwaway clients, or the clients she didn't want to do. And I would always, I didn't want them to come in looking ugly, leave out looking ugly. And so I fixed them. And somebody was like, it's like you're a nail doctor.
Dang.
And I was like, yeah, I like that. The Nail Doctor. That works.
Nah, that's definitely brandable. I will tell you that. Automatically, if I see that, I don't get nails. But if I had a girl and I'm like, okay, let's go get your nails. I want to surprise the Nail Doctor.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely. Yep.
So you said 5 years.
5 years.
So you started out in someone else's salon, or I don't know.
Yeah. So I actually started doing nails when I was 16. I just kind of took an interest to it. My mom didn't let me get my nails done. She thought it was really tacky to have nail polish on. I know. So
Were her nails done?
no, she was
shit.
not a person who got her nails done. She got pedicures, but not nails.
Right.
So yeah, it was like that. And then I got an interest for it when I was 16, and I graduated high school 6 months early. And so my parents were like, "You need to find something to do."
6 months early.
Yeah. I had enough credits to graduate my junior year.
Okay.
So my parents are super academically inclined. They did not play that. So
GPA.
yeah.
What's
so
your GPA?
My GPA
Was your GPA?
I think like a 3.7, and my mom was really mad about that
What?
because that means I didn't have straight A's, and she was like, "You're just BSing." She was like, "You're not applying yourself, and you're getting B's. If you applied yourself, you would have straight A's." And I was like, "The curriculum's easy. I don't have to apply myself." But yeah, so I graduated high school 6 months early, and then I ended up going to nail school the summer before I was supposed to go to college.
So, first of all, do you have siblings?
I do.
How many and what are they?
I have 2. My brother is the oldest. I'm the middle, and my baby sister is 18. My brother's 30.
18. So in
I'm
high
25.
school, you said your mom didn't allow nails.
Mm-mm.
So what about your friends? How were you feeling? I don't know if they had nails.
Yeah, they were getting their
So
nails
how
done.
were you feeling?
I was feeling left out.
Yeah,
I was
crazy.
feeling super left out. So I wanted to be a part of the thing, and it just. Yeah, that's how it started. It started about me being disobedient to my mom. So yeah, I went to nail school.
And you just happened to go to nail school.
I went to nail school. My dad was like, "I'll pay for you to go to nail school. You cannot miss a day." He was like, "If you miss a day, you're done."
Right.
Yeah, I'm not paying for it, no nothing. So I went to nail school, and then after I went to nail school, I went to college, and there was a nail salon on my college campus.
So nail school, how long does it take? You just get a certificate?
So it's 300 credit hours, and I was able to complete that in a month and a half.
God damn. Well,
yeah.
Well, what's the average of normal people?
If you go full time, a month and a half.
Okay.
There's some people that go on the weekends because they work. I was 17, so I
Right.
didn't have anything to do. So I was able to go from sun up to sundown. Like I would be there from like 5 a.m. to like 4 p.m.
Damn.
Like just
3
racking up
classes, 2
hours.
classes.
Yeah,
Right.
just racking up hours. So then when I got to college, there was a nail salon on my college campus, and it was black owned, and I had never been in a black owned nail salon, so I was really excited about that.
You keep looking.
I look everywhere. I'm so sorry.
I see
I'm like,
that though.
it's people moving back there, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
you
what's
know,
going
so
on?
what's the things going on? You ain't got nothing to worry
Yeah,
about.
I'm like, what's going on back there?
No.
I'm always super aware of my surroundings.
What's your sign again?
I'm a Capricorn.
Capricorn. Okay.
Yeah.
I think actually the first time I met you, you had red nails on.
Oh
too.
yeah, I always got on red nails.
Red. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so after nail school, what did they give you for completing?
You get a license. Well, you get
Right.
a temporary license. So then you have to go take your board test and pass. So
Interesting.
and I was just super procrastinating about it. You're allowed to like work on your student kind of temporary license. And so I did that, and I went and took my test the day before my student license expired. So yeah.
And then college came.
College came.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to UNCG.
For
I did not complete school.
UNCG. That's a party school. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You know what? I was not partying
They be
at
getting it in.
all. I
Okay.
was in a relationship when I went
Oh
to school.
man, she was locked.
And I was
Locked
like,
down.
I gotta stay in my room. Outside is bad. It's dangerous. So I stayed in my room. Yeah. So I literally stayed in my room, and I was taking clients.
Crazy.
And that's how I built up, my following is there are 5 colleges and universities in Greensboro. I had all those girls on lock. Like, it's crazy.
So now your mom. So when you started going to nail school, how did your mom feel about that? Since she was so against, so against. Or was she just like whatever?
I don't think that she was necessarily against it.
Okay.
I think that her thing was always she wanted me to go to college. My mom is a first generation college graduate. She has a master's degree. So
That's dope.
And she is an educator. So that's like her thing. But she's always fostered, my different interests. But I also, she prepared me. She was like, people don't spend their bill money getting their nails done. Like, I don't think she knew that I would take it this far or that it would go this far. And I remember telling her when I was in college, I was like, Mom, like, these girls are calling their parents and telling them, "Oh, I need money for food," and they're paying me to do their nails.
That's
so
crazy.
it was crazy because I will never say that my parents didn't believe in me.
Yeah.
But I think they heard nails and they're like, nails, like, is that a career?
Right.
My mom was like, what are you going to school for? What are you going to do? So
they're also from like a different era too.
Yeah.
I think now in our era it's kind of more entrepreneurship oriented.
yes,
Like everybody's
it
want to start
is.
their own business
It
or
is.
do something creative or just whatever they want to do.
It is. And to be honest with you, I don't like that.
Why? Talk about it. Why?
I don't encourage entrepreneurship. It's really hard and it takes a lot of sacrifice.
It ain't for everybody.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. And I had that conversation with a really good friend of mine today. I was like, don't feel bad if you enjoy being an employee of somebody.
Right.
Like, you have a stable and steady income. You know where your next check is coming from. There's so much instability
This
with
ain't
being
for the weak.
for being an entrepreneur. And, a lot of times people are looking for the motivation to do things. And when it comes down to business ownership, like, sometimes you are literally just not motivated, but you still have to do it. I remember summer of 2020, I was having like a really just rough time with life. Yeah. And I still had to show up. I had to pay my employees. I had to take care of my clients. I had to run my business. Like, I could not just succumb to how I was feeling. And I think, that's the part that people leave out. Like, you have to keep doing it. So, and it's not fun. I'm not going to lie and say like, oh, it's fun. Like, once you get to the successful part of it,
y'all complain about a 9 to 5.
Yeah, like, at least you can clock out. You can leave the job where the job is. Like, I like I said earlier to you, I only work Thursday through Sunday, and people think that means Monday through Wednesday I'm not doing anything. That means like I'm in the bed answering like 100 emails and like trying to catch up on sleep that I wasn't getting during my working days. or planning for other things that I do outside of my salon because I'm also a nail educator. And so I don't just take clients or, so it's a lot.
So look,
Yeah.
this is what we're gonna do.
Tell me.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break.
Okay.
And we're gonna come back and dive a little deeper into like what a normal day looks like for you.
Okay.
Okay.
That'd be fun.
We'll be back right after this. We are back from commercial break. Okay. So now we were
Yes.
kind of talking about like your work week,
Mm-hmm.
how even though you're not at the salon, you're still getting work done.
Yeah.
So now, like, what's a normal day like for you?
A normal day.
Work day, like in
In the salon.
Yes.
So I work from, if it's Thursday through Friday, I work from 11 to 7. So I wake up at 6, no later than 6:30. I don't eat like super
Ma'am?
early. Yeah. I just like to get up early so I can ease into my day. If I want to sit in bed for an hour, I can do so. I go to the gym. I don't go to the gym any later than 8:30.
Okay.
Work out, come home. I normally come home by like 10.
Okay.
Leave out of the house. I cook myself breakfast, leave out of the house, leave by 10:30 to get to work by 10:50 because I like to be there before my clients.
Is your salon like very far from where you live at? Or
No.
still like kind of
No,
vicinity?
it's in Matthews, so
Okay,
it's close by.
Right.
It's not like super close, but it's 15 minutes,
That's
that's not bad. That's nothing. So I go to the shop, take care of all my clients, and a normal day is probably like anywhere from like 3 to 5 clients.
That's what I was about to say. Like,
Yeah.
So how long does it take to do like a set of nails? I don't know.
For me, it takes an hour. I've been doing nails for almost 10 years, so.
But like, does it depend on what they're getting? Like, are they all?
Yeah, it definitely depends on what they're getting.
What are the different type of, I guess, things?
All the things.
Really? Like, give me like 4 basic ones that like everybody comes to.
They could get like a gel X set like I have, so that takes me no time for real. Like that's like 30-45 minutes. They could get a regular gel application, they could get a pedicure. So it just depends. But
So now, okay, so you own the salon?
I do.
When did you get it?
I got it in, what year is this? 2024?
Yes.
I got it in 2019.
29, and you started. You said 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So that was what was that?
It'll be
17?
no 2019.
That's 5 years?
Yeah.
Dang,
Right.
it is. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Dang. When did you graduate college? Or not? I'm sorry.
I didn't.
I'm sorry.
I did not graduate.
When did you go to college?
I went to college.
What year was that?
2017.
Dang. So 2 years ago. 2 years.
Oh, I'm like, do I know that person?
He held a heart up. So I'm assuming so.
I think that's who I think it is. I know him.
Okay. Well, damn, lost my train of thought. But thanks, only 2 years until you got your salon.
So, I mean, it was really fast track. So I went to college in 2017. I started doing nails. 2018, I think I transferred my studies online and came back to Charlotte and was working. No, I'm lying, actually. Y'all, I'm actually a really crazy person. So what I used to do was I would do Sunday through Thursday in Greensboro, like
Right.
Sunday evening through Thursday afternoon in Greensboro doing school. Thursday evening, I would drive to Charlotte, and Thursday evening through Sunday morning, I would work at a salon in Charlotte. So I was working at a salon in Charlotte, going to school, and working at a salon in Greensboro.
I'm glad you brought back up Greensboro. So these girls that are coming through, how much are you charging them per pop?
Oh God. Oh, I was so cheap back then. It was like,
$20?
no, it was maybe like 45, 50.
45.
But I was charging more than the salon that I was working at the time. So once I transitioned out of that salon, I lived in the apartment above the salon, and I was like, I can't work here anymore. And it wasn't any bad blood. It wasn't bad blood with them.
I'm outgrowing y'all.
No, but they wouldn't let me charge what I wanted to charge because they had an agreement with the salon.
Right.
So I couldn't charge what I wanted to charge, and I had a rate. I knew I wanted to make more money.
So now what? I mean, I know there's different prices, but like, what would you say like you charge? Like, if you just say a number.
I make like $100 an hour.
100 an hour.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about a month? What
A
would you say,
month?
like, you making?
Um,
Yeah, let's say your business. What would you say your business?
my
Yeah, you
business
ain't even got to say a year.
about 11, 12.
Okay, so then a year.
We do pretty well.
That's good. No. Facts.
We do pretty well. Yeah.
What? Okay, so where you are right now, like,
Mhm.
what's like a number you want to get to? And we ain't even talked about, like, you said you educate.
Yeah, I would love to double my income. Like I would love to double it. I need it to be double.
Like what though? Like what? Why?
Why? I have personal aspirations. I have increased business
Okay.
aspirations. I would love to expand. I have a lot of things that I want to do. So, yeah, I think that's a natural, part of entrepreneurship.
No,
Who doesn't want to expand and who
More
doesn't want to
advanced.
capitalize off their success? I don't want to necessarily, you know, I don't want to take any shortcuts to making good money. So I definitely want the slow burn. I want to learn. I want to take my time, learn my lessons and all that stuff. But yeah, I want to make
See,
really
that's
great
something
money.
an entrepreneur would say. And I'm trying to tell you, like, when I was around Gary Vee, like, that is along the same lines of stuff he would say. So, like, that's
Oh,
why
that's flattering. Thank
for
you.
sure, for sure.
Yeah. So, and I want to live a great life that I created for myself. That's something that I run into all the time. People are always asking me about men, and I'm like, if I wait around on a man to come and change my life, I
Oh, so
might
you don't got
die. No.
Oh, I just assumed who would not, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's not to say that there aren't people who are interested, but no, I'm single right now.
Actually, I remember some of our conversations. So, okay.
Tell me.
Oh, I don't want to say some of the stuff.
Sure,
But
what's your question?
It's up. So I think you were saying something along the lines of it's up to the guy to kind of lock you.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
So, but like, obviously, you got to be feeling the dude. And
Yeah. Oh yeah, it has to be a mutual attraction. But if you've expressed interest in me and all that stuff, like that's on you how far it goes.
Wait, hold on. If they express interest,
If
then
they
it's
express
like,
interest and I've returned the feeling like
Okay,
mutually, you know what I'm saying? Like what did somebody say to me a while ago? They were like, and this was someone else I had done a podcast with. He's like, well, wouldn't you just assume what you guys have going on? And I was like, oh my gosh, no, like that's crazy. I don't believe in assumptions. You really have to tell me.
Okay, so now let's say you got two guys.
Mm-hmm.
They both express their interest, and I'm sure there's some mutual feelings to both of them.
Right.
What happens then?
Whoever expresses it first. whoever says first.
So
hey.
like say that night. So say you with dude one. Boom, he expresses it. Then later that day, dude two is expressing it.
It sounds like I got something to think about.
Yeah.
It sounds like I got to make a decision. But yeah, it's one of those things where kind of right now where I am, I'm really concerned with solidifying myself and my reputation as a business owner. And so relationships come secondary to that right now.
Sure.
Maybe not forever, but it is really important to me that I provide myself with a life that I'm comfortable and I'm happy with, and that are my plans. And I think that's really important for me to not lose my identity in somebody else to accomplish my goals. Not necessarily first and foremost, because I think a lot of great things can be achieved in partnership.
For sure.
But I do want to make sure that I am not putting my stuff to the side and I already had these plans before someone else was here. So, yeah.
I asked you this question also. How much does your significant other need to make to fuck with you, to tie you down?
I don't know. No, and I'm serious, and I'm really serious about this.
Okay, hold on. We need to throw out some numbers then.
No, but I'm super serious, and I only
10K.
say that no, that's below the poverty line.
So no. Okay.
No.
10K.
You can't even. But no, listen. I have
some people out there.
I have a very practical answer. I say that I don't know because I haven't been a part of the workforce.
50K.
I don't know is that sustainable.
Is it to you?
I don't know.
50K.
I don't know. I feel like if you're living below your means, yeah, it is.
So you was okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, like
50K. Okay.
This is how I feel about that conversation about money and dating. I feel like regardless of who's who,
right,
man or woman, you should be making enough money to sustain your own livelihood, paying your own bills, all that stuff. You should have enough disposable income to do the things that you like.
For sure.
And then if you want to add another person into that, and the person that you're pursuing, you know, likes to travel, likes to go on dates, you should have enough disposable income to include them as well.
Right.
And if you can do all of that comfortably with whatever amount of money you make, cool. But I think people are not being honest about alignment and the type of, you know, partnerships they want to have and stuff like that. And I also think too that people, there are people that they're aligned with, and then they go see somebody else and they're like, I want to do that, but they want to conform them to something
else,
yeah, like
yeah.
I'll never forget, this guy wanted to date me and he was like, you're spoiled, I don't like that, we're gonna have to change that. And I was like, well, I'm paying for it, like I'm spoiling myself.
Right.
So why would I change? Like, why would I stop doing it because you've already decided you can't keep up? You don't even know how I'm spoiling myself. Personally, me spoiling myself is me taking myself out to eat whenever I feel like
Okay.
it, you know, or traveling. But you know, it's it's a weird conversation because, like I said, I don't know what the median American household is bringing in.
I mean, it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
Like you just said it. I kind of think it's on a relationship.
It's on a
couple by
sliding
couple
scale.
basis,
Yeah, that's a conversation that people have to have, and that just comes with good communication. So,
But everybody on that roster, you know, what you said, y'all better get aggressive. Sharks.
listen.
Shark. No,
But you know what? Yeah, fair point. Like
What?
if you want me bad enough, you better say it. Like,
Right.
say it loud too.
Mm.
Don't whisper it.
Okay, so look. Guess what time it is?
What time?
Another commercial break. We go into another commercial break. We'll be right back after this. Just dive a little more into your business. I want to talk about the educational part and then talk about the future.
Awesome.
Okay, so we'll be back right after this.
Let's do it.
All right, we back at it again. Okay, so we got one salon.
Yes.
Are we looking to franchise, get multiple?
Not
different
franchise, but definitely open up different concept salons here within the city. And then also I was born in Columbus, Ohio, so I want to open a couple there. And I want to open my family, my grandparents, they live in Belize. And so I would love to open a school there. I don't really care about opening a salon, but I would love to open a school.
So when you say different concept salons, like,
So, you know, this salon, we call it, you know, the Nail Doctor and Co. Pamper Lounge. It at times has been a one-stop shop, but it is a full-service nail salon. So every salon would have a different function or a different demographic that we market to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Telling y'all without telling y'all, because you know.
Well, I was about to say next.
Listen, I'll tell you off camera.
What is like? What do you find majority of your clientele being?
Race-wise, Black women, and that's always what it's been catered to. That demographic will never change. Black women will always be my priority first and foremost. My aunts were hairdressers, so I grew up in Black salons. I grew up seeing that fellowship in that community, and that was something that I wanted to recreate, because by the time I was going to salons, it wasn't this thing where everybody was in there on a Saturday morning, and you know, it
That's
had
how the barbershop is.
yeah, it had become a lot more individualized, and I was like, that community was like a really big thing. Like, I remember being a little girl, and the fish plate man was coming into the salon.
Right,
The
damn,
booster was
really
coming
crazy.
into the salon. Yeah. Listen, I miss the boosters that used to come into the salon. I wish a booster would come into my salon. I'd be his best
he
customer.
is,
Yeah.
And so like everybody else just kind of got to get in where they fit in. Like if they come in,
Everyone is welcome,
For
but
sure.
Black women are my priority. This is a space that is catered to them, and you know, $1.4 trillion circulate in the beauty industry,
Damn.
and I know that Black women are responsible for a majority of that money that's being funneled, but also the trends.
she knows her number.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The trends that are circulating in the beauty industry, the fashion industry, that's Black women, and that's Black women from underrepresented demographics. And so there's spaces everywhere for white women.
For
I don't
sure.
care to market to white women.
For sure.
So I wanted a safe space, a safe space for Black women to have that was luxurious, but it's from people that look like them and can relate to them and can talk like them. And
So I've been like in and around the film industry for a very long time. So I've seen kind of like how it's progressed, especially in the Charlotte area.
mhm.
So I'm sure similar because you've been doing it for a while. Have you gotten to the point where you can see like, or yeah, where you can see like where the future of nail or just beauty and all of this stuff is going? And if so, like, what are some things that you're noticing, like trends taking place or will take place?
People are so over like people want to go back to salons. I'll say
Mhm.
that. People are really over like the private nail techs, and I will say that
Is that where they go to the house?
not or the salon suites.
Okay, okay, okay.
People are really over that because fortunately and unfortunately, you had this big boom of young people becoming entrepreneurs, but also, black people have not had the advantage of being able to always be entrepreneurs. So we're coming into the game late and we're not coming into the game with a leg up
Right,
or a lot of education.
right.
And so there's a lot of room for error. And so there are a lot of young entrepreneurs making really grave mistakes, particularly in the customer service
Right.
department, and the business management side, and people want to go back to salons.
So now I'm sure you get a plethora of people coming to asking you, how can they start doing nails?
Oh
How can they get
yeah.
to where you
Oh
are, et
yeah.
cetera, et cetera? How do you go about teaching them, et cetera, et cetera,
Um,
educating them?
everyone knows that who I am as an educator, I'm very tough. Like I'm like a
Okay.
drill sergeant. And it's kind of one of those things like, do you want it or not?
Mm,
Because how I'm being to you
light.
is so small compared to how the world is going to do you with business ownership. I opened my salon and 6 months later I had to shut down for several months because COVID happened. I
Damn.
still had to pay all of my bills. I had to pay my staff. Like I had stuff I had to take care of. The world didn't stop. My landlord did not care that
Yeah,
everything
they
was
didn't
shut
give a
down.
fuck.
He still wanted his rent. And so, I had to make shit shake. Like I gave myself 2 days to cry. And I'm not even a crier. So like 2 days was like super generous. I was like, you get 2 days to like really feel it and wallow in it. And then you got to go figure it out. I had a staff of 8 at the time. And I was not required to pay them, but that was an important thing to do because,
Was that like their only source of income type thing? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And I was 20, I was 19, 20 years old when I opened my salon. The people that were working with me were in their late 20s, 30s. Some of
Yeah,
them
I'm
are
like,
parents. Like, no.
damn, you're young. That's
Yeah,
something.
they
That's a big load to take at a young age. I'm not
very,
gonna lie.
very,
I'm not gonna
very,
lie.
very.
How'd you deal with stress?
Ooh, oh my gosh. Actually, I started working out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, honestly, that was like a really good outlet for me because I had a lot of pent up aggression and anger and frustration. It was just so much because in addition to me becoming a business owner, like I said, I was 19, 20. So I was going through a breakup for one. And then also too, just going through the growing pains of growing up. Like I was going from being a teenager to being a woman and having, responsibilities. And so I felt stressed a lot, honestly. And going to the gym was a really good way for me to expel a lot of that anger and that frustration. Especially there's like nothing better when you're like angry and then you go like lift 300 pounds and you're like,
Nah,
oh,
facts.
this is great. Like I feel so much better.
So like, do you have like courses or any of that type
I
stuff?
do, yeah.
Okay.
So I teach in person classes,
Okay.
which I love because I love to connect with people face to face. I love teaching group classes. I love teaching one-on-one classes a lot more because I like to spend time really closely working with someone and really tailoring their education
Right.
to them.
Because everybody learns differently.
Yes, exactly. That used to be so frustrating being in school and they would have you take these learning style quizzes and then still teach you the exact same way. Like, what was the point? So I like to spend time, one-on-one time with people to educate them.
So say we got, I don't know, Ashley. She's in Los Angeles and she
Hmm.
wants to learn from you. How does she? Will it be virtual? Does she have to fly in?
It
She
could
got to
be
fly you
virtual or
out.
she could fly in. Yeah, it could be either
Okay.
way. A friend of mine, his wife is really into nails, and I was like, I'm gonna go to Atlanta. I had posted on my story. I was like, I'm gonna go to Atlanta for a couple of days and take some clients. And he was like, Can you teach her a class? And I was like, I would love to.
Hell
And it was such a great experience. And his wife is awesome, and she's super talented. So I love to connect with people through education.
do they have like you know how they have like conferences, panels? Do
Yes.
they have like beauty?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a really big one. Bronner Brothers in Atlanta. Premier Orlando, I believe, is just for the nails. To be honest, I get really overwhelmed around like all those people.
I was about to say we need you up there.
Yeah. I could
Okay.
do it if it was like a panel. I could do that. But like the way they have it set up is they do have panel discussions, but they also have booths and people can come up to the booth. And I had done that one year and it was just crazy. It was like a line of people like, can we take pictures? And I was like, this is too
Would you
much.
say you're introverted, extroverted, both at times?
What is it? What is it called when you're both an ambivert? Ambivert?
And yeah.
Yeah, that might be the word. Please.
You can turn it off and on when you need to.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm super extroverted. I do well around people, but like at the end of the day, I love going home and like being quiet for 6 hours at a time. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. So what does like the next 5 years look for you in your business? Look like for you in your
The
business?
next 5 years, I would love to have 2 more salons under my belt.
In
So
Charlotte?
yeah,
Okay.
yep. So 3 total. And I would love to start working. One thing that I will share with you guys in detail that I really want to do. I'm really passionate about prison reform.
That's what's up.
That's
what's up.
really important to me, and I want to.
Why?
Why? I have family members who have been incarcerated and just been, victims to the system. And when I was in college and high school, I wrote all of my dissertations on the American penal system and how it's privatized for these companies to make billions and billions of dollars, and that it's legalized slavery under the 13th Amendment.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Something that people don't know about me is I'm a huge nerd. I'm a really big history nerd, and that's just something that's really important to me. My major that I was in college before I dropped out was peace and conflict studies, and I studied a lot about how a lot of all of the systems, everything in America is a system, and all systems are inherently racist, and racism is inherently violent. And black men in the United States only make up 13% of the population, but 1 in 3 black men will be incarcerated in their lifetime. So prison reform is really, really important to me. So I would love to start a subsidized program, either with Mecklenburg County or eventually with the country, where I go in and I'm sponsoring the education and then eventually the licenses of women and girls in juvenile and women's correctional facilities. So getting them licenses, because the thing about prison is it's not rehabilitative. And if people had a way out, they would not continue to return to that system. You get out of prison and they tell you can't get a job, but then, and this is what makes the system violent. You get out on parole, but you have to pay to be on parole. And if you don't pay, you go back to jail. Well, if you can't get a job because you're a felon, you're inevitably going to go back to jail.
Right.
So if people have something that allows them to make money outside of the restrictions of the system,
right.
I would love to be a part of that.
I am not gonna lie. You have all the right answers. I am not gonna lie. That's crazy. Like you must have done like a lot of other interviews. Like it's no way. Like
no, this is this is just
points
me.
on point. Just
this is just
on
me.
TV or something.
No. This is just how I
point.
talk in front of people. I talk about this a lot, like at my salon, and this, like I said, this is something I'm really truly passionate about.
If a young lady wants to come to you and get educated, and I know you went to school for it, can she come to you and get certified?
As long as I'm certified with the state as an educator, yes.
Which you are?
I'm not yet. I'm certified with a company to be an educator of their products.
Got you.
I'm not yet certified with the state, but that is something I plan to accomplish this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Thank
Highly
you.
impressed. Not gonna lie.
Thank
think,
you.
Like, damn, what are her flaws? Like, damn, what are her flaws?
I have a temper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Short temper, quick temper.
I'm really impatient.
What are some what do they call them? Pet peeves.
Yeah, pet peeve. I'm like so super impatient, and despite me being an educator, I like explaining education, but like regular stuff, I hate explaining. Like I
like simple stuff. Like
yeah, like simple, like just simple stuff. And like I said, when I go home, I like to be quiet. So like I hate when people call me and it could have been a text message. Like
you called me for this?
Yeah, like oh my God, I was just talking about that to my mom today. I was like, everything you call me for could have been like a 5-word text message. Like, you don't have to call me. You could just text me and I'll respond eventually, like when I feel like it.
So when you're not doing anything related to your business, what are you doing?
Sleeping.
Sleeping.
Traveling. I love to travel. I really love to travel.
Give me the last 3 places you've been.
Belize, but my family lives there.
Still a dope.
Yeah, but it's like home, so
Right.
it's fun. Yeah, it's a beautiful country. Everyone should go. But I'm just saying, for me, like, I don't do touristy things. Like, I get up in the morning and go fish or like hang out in the backyard with my dogs.
Fish.
But
That's
I love fishing.
That's
I love fishing. It's really fun.
Talking to girls, you know.
I love fishing. Let's see.
Belize.
I'm trying to think. Oh, DR.
Okay.
I went to DR for my birthday, just really quick, like a 48-hour trip. Yeah, I'm really good for like a quick trip. I'm trying to think. Maybe Toronto and then El Salvador. I've been to El Salvador a lot. One of my best friends is from there, and his dad is actually like the mayor of like 5 cities there.
God damn.
So we have a great time
Yeah,
whenever we go.
Ooh, y'all good anywhere y'all go.
Yeah, we're great.
All right, so after it's all said and done, what do you want your legacy to be? Like, when they think of you and your name and what you've done, like, what is that?
I only want people to talk about how great of a businesswoman I was and how many other people I uplifted. I feel like there's no point in me being great and successful if the people around me aren't. And so, part of the reason that I work as hard as I do is to be able to be in a position to uplift others and provide them with opportunities, and for them to not have to face as many hardships as I did along the way. So
that's fire.
Yeah,
I like that.
I just want to be known for being great and being helpful and, just always extending opportunities to other Black women. That's it. Everything I do is for the girls.
All right, so look, before we go, we're gonna do this last segment called One Piece of Advice.
Okay.
When did you move to Charlotte? Before I get into it, when did you move to Charlotte from Ohio?
2008.
2000. How old were you?
I was 9.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. First question: give one piece of advice to all of Charlotte as a whole.
All of Charlotte as a whole.
One piece of advice.
One piece of advice. Drive better, please.
Damn. Everybody says that.
Please drive better. It's tearing my nerves up. Learn how to drive in the rain, please.
Okay, learn how to drive. Okay, next. Give one piece of advice to, first give one piece of advice to up and coming entrepreneurs who think and believe they want to be entrepreneurs.
One piece of advice to people who want to be entrepreneurs. Really decide if you're okay with sacrificing your life as you know it. And just get comfortable with the idea of sacrifice. Like, there's so much sacrificing that comes along with the position that if you're not comfortable with it, you might as well just let it go.
Right. Okay. Now, no. And then to zero in a little more, give one piece of advice to young ladies or just anybody, I guess, who wants to get into the beauty or just nail industry.
Go for it. Start young. The younger, the better. When you're young, you're creative. Your mind is not tainted by so many like barriers and insecurities. Go for it. Just go for it. Just do it.
Time is on your side.
Yeah, for real. Like, just do it. Especially and I think I said this on my story the other day. I was saying to the young people, like, while you have the freedom and no bills, like not the burden of bills, explore everything that you like. Seriously, like for real. Take all your interests, put them in a room and try them one by one. And decide from there.
Okay, and then lastly, give one piece of advice to 21-year-old you.
Oh,
where were you? What were you doing? Give one piece of advice to her.
Girl, learn how to manage your money. Oh my gosh. Because I was making way more back then. I had a bigger staff. So we were pulling in like 30, 40 a month.
Damn.
Oh yeah, girl, learn how to manage that money.
Killing it.
Yeah. But I have a smaller team now. Right. It's easier for me to manage. But yeah, learn how to manage your money. That's the one thing for the business owners. Like, you're making money every single day, and so you're really not keeping track of how much you're making. Like, money management is going to be your biggest help.
how did you make that adjustment to where you could start, you know, you're paying attention a little more, et cetera, et cetera? Like, what did you?
I grew up. I said, you know,
Like, this can't keep happening.
yeah, no, for real. Because, you know, like one day my account would have all this money, and then the next day I'd be like, well, I got $5. And
Right.
I'd be like, oh, I wouldn't spend. And I had this mentality like, oh, well, if I spend this amount of money, that's just 3 clients. I can make it back real quick. And that's a horrible mentality. Don't do that.
Damn.
Be better than me.
I like it. I enjoyed this interview.
Thank you. I enjoyed it too.
I'm serious. I'm not
I'm
just saying
serious.
that. I'm serious. I know, but like people be like, "Oh, he's just saying that because it's a show."
No.
That's why I brought you out here because I've been since we met.
Yeah.
I kind of just been keeping up with you,
Thank
just
you.
checking in, and
Thank
I
you.
see you
Thank
working
you.
hard for show. I love that. I
Thank
love
you.
that. All right, any last words you want to say? Anybody else you want to shout out? We need your social media, websites, links, any of that.
Shout out to all my clients because
Yeah.
y'all have made this possible and all this success possible. So, you know, the thanks and the gratitude goes to them right after it goes to God first. So,
Hell yeah.
you know, I'm very thankful to my clients. Like they're my family. I love them to death, and I truly would not be here without them. So, yeah.
Social media.
Social media. My Instagram is Hapa Renee, HAPA.
Spell that mother.
HAPARENEE.
Okay.
Yep.
Any other links?
Um,
How can they tap in with you if they want to book a session?
Tap in through Instagram.
Okay.
All my links are on my Instagram, so just go there and make it easy for yourself.
All right. Look, there you have it. I'm your host, Adrian Nyce. Thank you for joining me today.
You're welcome.
Guys, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned till the next interview. We out.
Bye.
Peace.
MOUTHIN, we